welcome all you big beautiful dingbats. Welcome back to Bangers HQ. I'm Hoges, this is Board Game Bangers, and we have for you today an unboxing. And it's going to be an absolute beauty. I've been waiting for this to rock up for ages. It is Rush M.D. Now, but not just Rush M.D, we also have Rush M.D ICU. We have the maternity and dental expansion. We have the kit and caboodle, the whole kitchen sink here today to unbox. But what is Rush M.D? So, if you've ever played Kitchen Rush before, it's a similar game. What we're doing is we're moving out of the kitchen and into the hospital. So, who are you? You're doctors in this new hospital. So, you and your colleagues, it's a cooperative game and you're working together to heal as many patients and get them out of the hospital, get them fixed and out of the hospital as quickly as possible. This game is quick. I'm telling you, 4 rounds, 4 minutes a round. It is hectic. It is insane. So what we have is basically we have sand timers, and these sand timers are a representation of you, the doctor. And what you're going to do is you're going to go somewhere in the hospital and you're going to move your sand timer and then you're going to flip it over, and it's a worker placement, so you're going to take that action. The problem is you can't take another action until that sand timer is completely run out. When you only have 4 minutes, you are counting down, you are sweating bullets, waiting for that sand timer to run out so you can go do another operation or whatever, get some medicine, whatever you need to do to try and get these patients in and out of your hospital. So I can't wait for this. It's going to be an absolute beauty. And let's have a look what else we got here. So as mentioned, we have the ICU expansion. So we're going to open that up. We have the maternity and dental. So this is like a mini expansion. I believe just 2 little modules in here. We'll go through that. Oh, what else have we got? We got a whole bunch of extra stuff there, an extra sand timer, a dice. So these are, I believe, some of these are the extra things that Artipia Games sort of sent because their Kickstarter was delayed, COVID, a whole bunch of other things. And they were just nice enough to go, you know what? I want to look after our people and we're going to send them all this bunch of extra stuff. So good on them for that. Also in here we have the campaign book. Now the campaign book, oh, I can't wait to go through that campaign mode. Now the last thing they sent us was a whole bunch of Kickstarter promos. Now, if you were following the Kickstarter, this thing had everything in it. Look at the size of this beauty of cards in here. They had so many extra things in there. And basically you're going to just be going through all of this as doctors, having fun, having the time of your life with your friends. It's going to be a great game. So let's get into the unboxing. Let's do it. Okay, so let's get into Rush M.D. So ever since I played Kitchen Rush, I've been excited about this one when I first got announced. I love the theme of being doctors, and I just think it's going to be great. Like, I've heard that this is going to be a bit more in-depth than, say, Kitchen Rush, but either way, they're going to be great family fun games for everyone. So let's have a look what's inside the box here. It's a great cover, by the way. Love that art. So what do we got going on here? Let's start off with, let's open these up. Okay, well, these straight away are a lot bigger than I was expecting. So these are your bone and your heart and your kidneys. Look at all that. They are a lot chunkier, a lot thicker. Look how thick they are. So, look, they're great. Much better than I was expecting. Oh, of course, a whole bunch of baggies. So, we have now, these are the IV drugs. So, these are going to go in your little syringes, which are right here. So, let's have a look at these. So, the syringes. And these little IV drugs are going to get put in there. Again, just another mini game, which is going to be a lot of fun. So, look at that. We've got some tweezers. This is probably exactly the same as you'd probably get in a hospital, so they look great as well. Okay, so next up are these pills. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, love them. Nice neutral colors there. What next? We have ourselves our... What is this? Oh, I guess this is one of your main boards. So all these sort of game boards will be just sort of stacked on top of each other, creating your hospital. So there's that. Let's have a look at some of the others. So this is the operating room A and B. Okay. What next? Okay, and the blood bank and the pharmacy. Okay, love the art again. So we've got a whole bunch of cards now. Now this game comes with a stack load of cards. So let's have a look at these. Let's see what they feel like. Okay. So give you an idea. Okay, so there's absolutely massive pile in there. So that's all those. Okay, more game boards. Okay, so this one we have the culture, blood exam, x-ray, and the MRI. So again, loving the artwork, looking good. All those game boards, they're going to look great on a table right next to each other. Let's keep going with these game boards. Boy, oh boy, there's a few of them. So these are where your patients are going to go. So you're going to create your little beds and you're going to put them in their little patient areas there. Okay, more cards. So these are going to be your actual patients, I'm assuming, in this. Okay. Again, look at that pile of cards. That is going to keep you going for a very long time. So let's have a look at them. So we've got some objective cards there. Yep. And the cardstock actually feels nice and thick too. Feels really good. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, so here we go. We're finally getting to some of the patients here. So these are when the patients come in. This is what they actually need to sort of heal them. So they're going to need some medicine there. Going to need a drip bag. Okay. Again, the art, I don't know what it is about this art. I really enjoy this art. Okay, so that should give you a bit of an idea there. Now let's get to the actual doctors and nurses here. So it comes in bubble wrap. So I remember in Kitchen Rush, there was a bit of talk about these sand timers not being that accurate, but my copy of it wasn't too bad at all. So let's have a look at these. Okay, so these cyan ones, these are going to be your nurses. So there's 4 of them. And then your 4 doctor colors. So we've got the red, yellow, black, and green there. And they're looking pretty nice. Liking those. So they're your sand timers. Okay, more game boards. Okay, so we have more patients now. So we have the patients A1 to A3. Now your rule book. We'll have a look at that. A little flick through there. Looks like a good quality rule book too. The paper feels quite nice. A lot of illustrations. The Kitchen Rush book was really good as well, so I think we won't have any problems with this rule book. And lastly, we've got some punch outs here. Oh, look at that art on the bottom of that box too. That is great. Okay, so first one. Oh, these are going to be the beds. So let's have a look. Let's punch out a couple and just have a feel. Okay. Yeah, they're looking good. Punch out nice and easily. Let's punch out one of the beds. Okay, a little bit harder, but that's all right. Ugh. So definitely not as good. A lot of fiddliness, so we'll have to clean them up later, but that's fine. Okay, so that's those. Okay, your actual scoreboard. That came out nice and easily. There's your scoreboard. Okay. Now, what have we got here? This is your blood exam tile. So you're going to be putting your little, again, a mini game, be putting your little blood droplets in there. Your drip bags, again, everything's punching out really nicely. Your MRI token, yep, Okay, and lastly, we just have more beds, and we have more sort of, these are your condition tiles. Okay, so that's pretty much everything you get in the box there. So that's Rush MD. So we'll have a break and then we'll break open ICU. Okay, let's have a look at Rush MD ICU. So this is the actual game that the latest Kickstarter was based around, or the expansion. So let's have a look at what this expansion has for Rush MD. Oh, that's the first problem. There we go. Okay, so our first look inside here, and first thing you get is a rule book. Again, just like the Rush MD rulebook, a lot of pictures, a lot of stuff to sort of just explain it a little bit simpler for you. Yep, so this is going to be your allergy test. So it's using tweezers, stacking things on top there. So that's going to be fun when you're stressed out with time. Okay, so that's the rulebook. Okay, first things first, we've got some typical baggies. Okay. Like Rush MD, probably the highlight's going to be these big chunky components. And these big orange ones are your defibrillators. Okay. So let's have a look at them. They are, again, very chunky, matches your Rush MD components. So they're your defibrillators. And these are going to be your allergy tiles, the ones we just saw before in the rule book where you're stacking them on top. That's those. Okay, so we'll get them out of the road. We have a dice, so this is going to be your defibrillator dice. There we go. Okay. Now let's have a look at some of these cards. Okay, again, just like Rush MD, we have lots of cards to choose from. Black core cards, so that's a nice little touch there. Okay. So looking at all those, this is going to add so much more replayability to your game. And I mean, that's what this expansion is about, isn't it? It's just adding more and more stuff. So some defib stuff there. Okay, that's all those. Okay, now let's have a look at some of these patients. So these are going to be your ICU patients. So they're going to be marked by the ICU in the top corner there. So you know these are the expansion ones. So these poor souls aren't looking too healthy, are they? Objective card. That person's going to need to be resuscitated. Next up, let's have a look at, we got some punch boards. So here's a little allergy hand we saw before. Everything's popping out nicely. There we go. So you're going to have to stack them on top of there. So looks like allergic to animals. Not even sure. Probably like grass pollens or something. So there we go. So fun known fact, I also hate grass pollens. Thank you, hay fever. Okay, so that's going to make your MRI scanner or your CT scanner, I believe. And it's going to be first of your sort of drip bags. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the first game board we're seeing. So again, these will be extensions to your primary game boards in Rush MD. It's going to add in the urinalysis, allergy test, ultrasound, and the CT scan. Okay. Next game board we have is the ICU patients. So this is where the ICU patients are going to go when you get them in. And in the middle there's going to be your ECG. So these are going to be your IV poles. So again, your drip's going to get connected to these IV poles, and plenty more IV drips. Again, all punching out nicely. And we've got a couple more to go here. Okay, so these are your ICU beds. And then this is going to be your urinalysis tiles. Let's have a look at those. Okay, so again, just more and more little mini games. Okay, now we have some ECG tiles. Let's have a look at the back. Okay, so that's going to be your ECG tiles and some more urinalysis dipsticks there. Okay, so as you can see, haven't got the nice pretty picture that the Rush MD had, but that's everything in the box. So that's the ICU. That's everything you get in the ICU expansion. So let me clean this up. Let's go have a look at the next lot. Next we have the maternity and dental mini expansion. Now in the Kickstarter there wasn't too much mentioned about this. They just pretty much sort of put it out there and said there's a couple of little mini games in there. So this is gonna be the first time we're gonna be having a look to see what is inside this. So there's the back for you there. Pretty cute little artwork there. The little baby and the little teddy bears. Okay. So one thing I've sort of picked up so far from these Rush MD opened ups is there is a bucket load of cards. So that's probably the biggest takeaway. We're talking hundreds of cards. There is a lot of replayability. So you probably don't need all these expansions because there's already so much replayability. But do you know what? Why not? Because this looks pretty cute. So let's have a look what's inside here. Okay, so first things first, we have a couple little blocks there. Let's have a look at those. So white with black, and because we don't know anything really about this expansion, can't really say what these are. A little red disc. Okay, so that's those. Next we have some cards, and these look like your little maternity cards. Okay. Cute little teddy bears on the back of them. So yeah, we can definitely guess that this is part of the maternity expansion. And there we go. So we're guessing the sex of the baby. Some complications there. Happy little baby. There we go. So that's what you're getting in the maternity expansion, those cards there. So this one looks like it's going to be the dental one. So let's have a look at these. Okay, so all these people coming in. Oh, no, so we've got dental, plus also we have maternity as well cards in here. So the yellow, or the yellowy green, they're going to be your dental cards, and the sort of the reddy mauve magenta ones, they're going to be your maternity. So there's those cards. So first time we've seen these. Beautiful. Okay, next up is going to be another playing board. So just when you think you're going to need one big table to play all these games. So this is this one here. So you've got the dental clinic and the maternity clinic. Very cute. Okay. Now we got some punch outs. Let's have a look at these. So we obviously have some tooth problems there. Got a couple of little babies. Well done you on delivering those. And it looks like we've got some bad teeth that we're going to have to figure out. There we go. So my guess now is looking at these is that they're the teeth that are going to have to go in there, but we'll have a look at the rules later on. Okay. Some more punch outs, boys and girls. Wonderful. Whole mix of babies there. Lovely. And finally, let's have a look at the rule book. Just explaining all the components. Yep, so they were tooth tokens. Okay, so it's actually going to be ultrasound cards. So that's going to explain what this red disc is for. That's going to go over your ultrasound, and you're going to be able to see, the baby or the sex of the baby, something like that. So there you go. Okay, so that is the maternity and dental clinics expansion. Boys and girls, we're not finished there. We got another couple of things turned up, so let's have a look in here. So this is going to be your campaign book for the ICU. Plus, I'm going to assume some little bonuses. Okay, so first things first, we have another let's see, so not sure if this is going to be a 5th player or it's another doctor, or it's a specialist doctor, but you know, there's another sand timer there. Okay, and we'll have a look at the cards. Okay, so these are going to be for the campaign mode, I'm going to assume, and comes with a 20-sided dice as well. There we go. So that's going to be a great little campaign. And here's the campaign book itself. So it all just comes in a plastic bag, came separate from the boxes. So there's your campaign mode. So your first look at the campaign mode. There we go. So we won't go into too much more. We don't want to spoil that, but there's your first look at the campaign mode booklet. And what else have we got here? Okay, so it's a little bit of advertising here. Campaign mode. Excellent. And we just have lastly a couple of punch outs. So Hospital A availability, Hospital B availability. Okay, there you go. And some punch outs with a doctor, telephone. Again, everything punching out great. Nice, decent cardboard. So that's everything you get in the campaign mode there. The last thing we have to show you now is these are going to be all your Kickstarter promos. So let's have a look here. So these are all your ICU Kickstarter promos. Okay. So I do remember seeing something about this. So this extra dice here was because of the delay in the Kickstarter. So they added in something there. We'll see if we can get a look at that a bit better. So they added in that dice as a little bonus, as a little reward. So I think that's going to be like, again, another little part of a mini game. We have more cards. Like, it's not possible to add in more cards to this game. It already has hundreds, but here we go. More cards for the game. So these were all your Kickstarter, your unlocks along the campaign. So there's those. And have a look how thick this is. Again, these were just your unlocks. These are your bonuses. Okay. Some more patience, more objective cards, some scenarios, ICU patients. So there's everything mixed into this. So you're just going to shuffle them all into the main game, and this main game is going to have so much replayability. Okay, there's that little booklet on the promos. Helicopter, and there we go, that's explaining the dice. So ICU complications, so a lot of stuff going on there, and that's just all your extras on top of the game. Again, a little promo piece of paper. Okay, and now some punch boards. So this is going to be your helicopter, some helipads. Again, everything clicking out great. The quality on this has actually been really good. So I know you can't sort of feel it yourself, but everything I've sort of punched out and everything I've felt, the chunky components, everything has just been top notch. So, okay, some more ECG stuff, and the other part of the helicopter. So we're gonna have fun putting all that together. So look, that is everything that came in Rush MD ICU. So let's have a look at this again. Here we go. So, if you haven't missed it, hopefully you'll be able to get it in retail. Rush MD ICU, plus also the Rush MD, plus also the maternity and dental mini expansion, plus all the Kickstarter promos and the campaign booklet. This has been one hell of an unboxing. So thanks for joining me. I'm Hoges. This is Board Game Bangers. Till next time, laters.